Isn't that just gorgeous? I absolutely love this place, as you can see. 'Tis Marine. And I am once again on a new server. Ignore that. Don't ask questions. No questions need to be asked. It is completely reasonably placed. Heads. Just ignore that and focus on this. Beautiful city that we have gotten completely carried away in. I meant to make some kind of new series on this, but we started building, and then one building popped up after another, and then after the walls, and then a war started. A lot happened in between the time that we started on this server, which was maybe 2 weeks ago, and where we are right now. So I have a whole lot of catching up to do if I plan on doing a series on this. Welcome to CorsairCraft. This is a custom server hosted by one of my good friends, Ao, and it has just a whole bunch of awesome plugins, but it also makes the game very, very difficult. It is not an easy game to get started in. It's not an easy server to get god stuff. You can't get super good gear. It's really, really difficult to succeed here, but it is absolutely worth it. Oh man, I am in love with this place. So while I walk around and just show you guys some of these gorgeous buildings, almost all of them made by Romanch02, an incredible builder. I mean, he just has so much skill. He did all of this in such a short amount of time, and I am such a slow builder compared to him, so I am quite jealous, but it's alright, because this place is gorgeous. Statue in honor of Wildfire, the mighty horse of the First Valyrian battle. Yes, there she is. That is my girl. She unfortunately passed away, but hey, we got a cool monument for her, so... And a grave up there somewhere. Not bad, not bad. Basically, I'm thinking that this video is just going to be me explaining the server, showing everybody around, and just seeing if I do want to make a series on this, because it's been so much fun and I've spent a lot of time on it that I feel like I could make some content out of it. It's just a little bit difficult to do given the circumstances of the server. What I mean by that is, well, first of all, as I said, it's a really grind-filled server. You have to grind to get anywhere, and it requires a whole lot of just boring stuff that would not go well on a video. On top of that, we're in the midst of a war, which seems to take up a whole bunch of my time whenever I'm on this server, because we're usually always getting attacked, which they're not online right now, so we're alright. And usually it's a lot more active than this, so it's actually a pretty quiet day, and one of the perfect days for me to go ahead and make an intro about this server. But yeah, so it's difficult to make content because of how busy I am trying to help lead, but I'm going to do my best because I'm spending so much time on it. I might as well try to keep up with everything. So what is CorsairCraft? So I already said that it is a custom server by one of my friends, Ao. But there are so many plugins on this server. Let me go ahead and take a seat by the fire so I can explain some of this, because everyone knows I get very distracted very easy. There are so many plugins on this server, but also at the same time, not. It's pretty vanilla, except that it's a lot harder, so we're on hard mode, obviously, but instead of it just being hard mode, there's a bunch of twists. So skeletons are a lot faster, and they have really big reload speeds, so they could take your butt out if you were not prepared, so definitely don't underestimate them. Endermen can teleport you to them if you try to hide from them, and kill you pretty quickly too. It's very, terrifying, if that's the right word. Villagers and enchantment tables and fishing are all locked at level 1 enchantments, so you can't just pull out a prop 4 book to put on your armor straight out of a villager. No, you can only get up to level 1 enchantments, which means that you have pretty bad armor and tools, but that means everyone else does as well. You can get the good stuff from killing dungeons or killing bosses in dungeons, but at the moment that's a little bit disabled because there were some TPS problems. So at the moment, you can only really get the good stuff by finding and killing the Skeleton King, which is no joke. Speaking of no joke, withers. Not withers. Withers are pretty actually normal. The wither skeletons, now those guys will two-shot you, does not matter what armor you have. They are strong and not to be trifled with. For us builders, you can actually ride horses and do more damage on the horse, so we can actually defend ourselves against the really good PvPers. Armor slows you down, so I'm a lot slower in diamond armor than I am if I'm not wearing any armor. It's hard to tell unless you're racing, but I'm definitely faster whenever I don't have all this armor on. As you can see by the things that keep popping up on my screen, there are guilds in this server, so you make your own guild, and that is your group of friends, and you guys wage wars and fight wars, and it's a good time. So we are Valyria as always, because I have to bring on the dynasty since the last server shut down. I would like to bring it here and make it super pog, if that's still trendy. And of course, we can't forget one of the most important plugins there is, the ship plugin. Movecraft. It allows you to make ships and sail them around at costs. Like for this one, this is an airship. So this is a big giant dragon airship built by Just Buried. And it is really fun. So you can hop on that bad boy, throw in some coal, and sail wherever you want to go around the map. It is slower if you're sailing on an airship, or flying, I guess. And it's more consuming of energy because on normal ships, you actually don't have to use fuel. You just use the wind, so... But it's definitely worth it. We, of course, have this nifty little gate plugin, so if you just come up in here and you flip the switches when it's not lagging, gates open up, flip the switches again, and the gates close. Super nifty, and it's rainy, so everything's all foggy. That's kind of cool. As you follow this path on this very, very not dreary day, you come through the farmlands and you come across another plugin. So this is Wiggy. He sells us shopkeepers for 3 gold blocks. So shopkeepers, they look like Wiggy actually, and we can put them into our stalls that we have in the marketplace and sell my people items or let them buy things from me. So yeah, that's pretty nifty. And on top of Wiggy, we have a bunch of little small plugins, like you can farm by right-clicking instead of having to punch. But I recommend for anything that isn't wheat that you break it normally because you get more that way. So like carrots and potatoes, you know, that kind of stuff. Another cool little thing is we do have a balance system, but it's not like just money that's artificial out of nowhere. It's gold. So I don't have any gold on me right now, which means if I do bow, it shows me having no gold and no money. So the currency here definitely is gold. That looks so nifty. That is Ender's Castle, by the way. So we got the city, we got Ender's Castle. Up there is going to be this gorgeous little place that Columbus has made, and he has a very nice bridge going on, so I need to go and visit that soon. Yeah, it's turning out really, really well. Along with the ship plugin, you actually cannot swim in oceans as guardians will spawn and kill you, so you have to use the ships or you are going to be in a world of pain. So that's actually pretty nice. It forces you to use the ships. We also have like trade routes where you have to go and ignore that, where you have to go and sell tea and that for gold at Ao's Island, which is way, way far away. It's very, very hard to get to on the current ships that we have. We have to make some smaller ships. So I mentioned a war a little bit earlier. Yeah, so that's been fun, I guess. I mean, it hasn't been too terrible. There's another rival guild on here that we have a history with on other servers, and so they came here, you know, to just continue the beef a little bit, and it's been fun for the most part. We've had some battles here and there. I haven't been able to record any of them, but from now on I'm going to try to record them so that we can have some like clips of the action, and it'll be super fun. We usually fight on horses against each other, charging at each other, which reminds me there's also jousting on this server, so you know your girl's going to be making a jousting arena because I love that stuff. All in all, this is really just a lore based like empire building server that really focuses on the lore side and not as much on the PvP. Like, it's not just PvP, and it gives everybody else a chance to build their empire and not get completely destroyed by other empires, like in their entirety. So if you want to check it out, I'll have the IP and everything in the description, and you can come and hang out with everybody, and it's a good time. It's a good time. But other than that, I might continue making videos on this. I'm not too positive. It depends. Honestly, it just depends on time and interesting things happening. We're supposed to be building a castle way over there, so I guess we'll try to clip on that once we have it more built. We're building on a creative server to try to test things first, so I don't get all jumbled up in my head like I always do. But yeah, if you're interested in that, just stay tuned, and if I am able to record the fight scenes and some more building and stuff, I will definitely put those clips on YouTube. I'm not sure if I'm going to make like episode series, anything going through everything. I'm probably just going to record the stuff that's interesting. So like fighting, I'm probably going to include just war stuff in general, and building the castle, big stuff like that. I will probably clip and throw on YouTube. So I hope you enjoyed this little introduction to CorsairCraft, and it is a super awesome, fun server, and I really recommend you check this server out. And I'm also going to include another server, PirateMC, so PMC. I'm going to include that in the description as well. You should also check that server out when it's back up. It is currently under maintenance, updating to 1.17. So I'm going to include both those awesome server IPs in the description, and you can go check them out if you want to have some fun with pirates or empires. So yeah, thank you so much for coming to chill, like, subscribe, all that if you'd like. And check out my Twitch. It's also going to be in the description because I stream there quite often. And it's probably going to be some streams from here as well. Alright, thank you so much, and I'll catch you guys later. See ya! Before I forget, Slumpus made this really cute thing, and I'm in love with it up on one of the islands, so I just wanted to include that too. Isn't this an awesome view? Absolutely in love with it. In love with it. I mean, look at all that. What a peaceful place.